Sadi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Baptized Talkers, where I share my life experience. I hope you find my stories entertaining, informative, or relatable. Oh, I got this sweater from my ex-colleague before she became my ex. So I saw, can you really call this a sweater? I think it's a jersey. Okay, I got this thing that I'm wearing from my ex-colleague before she became my ex. So one day she was wearing this. They said, "Hey, that's actually a very beautiful jersey." I honestly thought it was beautiful. I still think it's beautiful. And she said to me, "Oh, she actually doesn't really like it." And she asked me if I wanted it. Then I said, "Yeah, I would take it." I think it's a bad habit. We shouldn't do that, because someone might pretend they don't like something because they can see you seem to like it more, and then they end up giving it to you. I don't know, I would not do that. Like, if someone said to me they really like something that I have, if I like it just as much as they like it, I'm not going to give it to them. Except when it's my older sister. I'll give my older sister anything she wants. Of course, I'll complain about it while giving it to her, and like for a couple months after, I'll complain, but I'll give her anything she wants. I'll give that lady anything she wants. Okay, enough about me and my older sister and my ex-colleague. I watch old movies. I enjoy old movies. Movies are not what they used to be. I keep talking about this. I'm starting to sound like a broken record now. Movies are not what they used to be. It's at least the kind of movies that I like. The movies are not made the same anymore. They are quite short now, and some of them are just not. They're not like touching me the way they used to touch me, or touching me where they used to touch me. Like, I can think of 2 movies that I watched in the past couple of years. Like, I think it was last year when I watched these 2 movies that really, really disappointed me. The one movie was, I don't want to mention people's favorite actors, and I cannot even remember these movies. That's how unremarkable they were. Like, the one movie was about, like, what? I can't even remember what was in that movie. That's terrible of me. Okay, so the one movie was like something to do with like hieroglyphics and like these people going on some treasure hunt, and then they swam in the river, and then they were running.
No, it's something I'm not obviously within water. I'm the public Woolcock now in the water from up here. But now it ain't took out, right?
And the other movie was also something to do with like pyramids. And I remember the other movie that I'm talking about. The one was starring like Channing Tatum, and the other one was starring, what's his name, Dwayne Johnson, and like the 2 of them in 2 different movies, and I honestly did not like both movies. I've heard like people who share like the same sentiment on YouTube, talking about how unremarkable these movies were, but it's an unpopular opinion. Maybe some people like the movies. Now I feel like I need to get the names of these movies so people can really understand where I'm coming from. Like, I'm talking about the movie where the guy was swimming, and then the guy hit the other guy really hard. And the other guy fell after the other guy hit him really hard. And the one was the lady wearing a jumpsuit. Okay, let me see if Google will be able to help me find the names for these movies. The one, I think I have a clue of what it was called. Yes. This life. The movie called Red Notice. I'm sure some people liked it. It was a good movie, actually. A movie with Gal Gadot. I'm sure it was. I don't really know. I don't think she's a popular actress. At least for me, I don't know who is Gal Gadot. And then Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds. They all did a great job. They were brilliant. But The first thing on like that comes up on Google, people also ask, is Red Notice hit or flop? Okay, let's see. TV Time reported that it was the second audience viewership. TV Time reported that it was the second most streamed film in the United States during its debut weekend. The top 10 Netflix weekly rankings for English language films showed that it was the most streamed film with 148.72 million hours watched. Oh, what is the okay? Why do critics hate Red Notice? Let's see. As mindless entertainment built on silly jokes and thin plot. Sorry. Okay. Why do critics hate Red Notice? As mindless entertainment built on silly jokes, a thin plot, visual effects, and window dressing. Red Notice is a 170-minute distraction. Easily forgotten enough that time. So, okay. I'm going to start over. Okay. Why do critics hate Red Notice? Critics' reviews. As mindless entertainment built on silly jokes, a theme plot, visual effects, and window dressing. Red Notice is a 170-minute distraction, easily forgotten enough that time. Content collapsed. I watched this 170-minute movie on a rainy afternoon. It was just about perfect for the time and place. I honestly did not enjoy the movie Red Notice, but people in America loved it. I guess, according to the Wikipedia. Okay, according to Wikipedia, some people loved it, and some critics thought it was a waste of time. It was absolutely a waste of my time. I did not enjoy it. And I mean, these are like good actors besides like Gal Gadot that I don't know. Dwayne Johnson is a good actor, and Ryan Reynolds is a really good actor. So I don't know what went wrong. Okay, I'm going to search the other movie that I thought was interesting. Oh my word, I think my flatmate is competing with me now. We're just talking loud, both of us. So I hope you cannot hear him, you can hear me more. Because, yeah. Okay, so the other one, the other movie that I watched and did not like. Okay. This one, I honestly cannot remember the name, but I'm going to describe it into Google, and hopefully Google will give me back the name of the movie. Movie with Sandra Bullock. No, not Ryan Reynolds. And okay, movie with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. When I see the names for these movies, I get reminded, I get deja vu back to the time when I watched them. The Lost City. So the movie The Lost City, where can I view The Lost City? No, is The Lost City or no? What is the movie Lost City about? Okay, so what is the movie Lost City about? Reclusive author, just like me. Reclusive author Loretta Sage writes about exotic places in a popular adventure novel that feature a handsome cover model named Allen. While on tour promoting a new book with Allen, Loretta gets kidnapped by an eccentric billionaire who hopes she can lead him to the ancient seat, lost treasure from her latest story. Determined to prove he can be a hero in real life and not just on the pages of her books, Allen sets off to rescue her. Okay, is The Lost City on Netflix worth watching? A light-hearted adventure worth watching. I didn't expect The Lost City to be such a light and fun movie, but it surprised me and I really enjoyed it. In short, the story follows a widowed archaeologist and romance novelist whose latest book turns into a real-life adventure. I honestly did not like The Lost City. Is The Lost City like Jumanji? Oh, Jumanji was a very good movie. I enjoyed Jumanji. I watched it in theater 3D and I really enjoyed it. It is an essence of Tomb Raider, weirdly meshed up with Jumanji reboots. I guess what I'm saying is it is nothing groundbreaking for this genre. Yeah. Okay, back to my rant about movies. Oh, I always seem to go off topic. So I start by, filming a video about something really important. Then I just go into rant about something else. Okay, so the movie The Lost City, two movies, Red Notice and The Lost City, really disappointed me. And so one thing that really is making me unhappy now is, you know, the movies like The Mummy. I know The Mummy is a very old movie, and they've been like, I think, sequels to The Mummy. So The Mummy that I'm talking about is The Mummy from The Mummy from 1999, The Mummy series. I wouldn't call it a series, like, you know, like they were like The Mummy 1, The Mummy 2, and then The Mummy 3, with Brendan Fraser. Oh my word, The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. The best movies ever. Like, I can rewatch The Mummy over and over again. And you know, like, now thinking about The Mummy, the last time I went home, we watched The Mummy, my younger brother, my brother-in-law, and my nephew was there at the time, and he had nightmares. He was crying in his sleep, and we couldn't like soothe him back to sleep, and we had to call his mom, because his mom, my older sister, she was at work, she was working night shift, and my nephew couldn't stop crying, and like, we couldn't connect the dots. Like, maybe the horror movie that we were watching with the child, because for us as adults it was like hilarious, and we're just reminiscing about the good old times when we watched this movie when we were kids. But for him, I'm sure it was completely scary. So he was crying in his sleep, he couldn't sleep, and I tried to soothe him down, and I could not do it. My brother-in-law tried, my younger brother tried, to all couldn't get him back to sleep. And then we called my older sister in. She was like kind of giving us ideas on how to help him sleep. Eventually my nephew slept, and then when my older sister came back home around 6 a.m, she asked us, what were you guys watching on TV before bed? So we're like, we're watching The Mummy. She was like, yeah, no wonder my child couldn't sleep. In the movie The Lost City really disappointed me, because they have elements of movies that I enjoyed watching when I was a child. So I enjoyed watching The Mummy, I enjoyed watching Indiana Jones, and now I didn't watch Tomb Raider, to be honest, but I heard it was a hit. It was a really good movie. So these new movies made in recent years are just making making me really disappointed, because now then, like, when you see the previews of the movie, and you think it's going to be like really good, you take the time to, you know, you make your popcorn, you make yourself comfortable, and you're like, I'm going to watch this movie, and then it turns out it's not what you're expecting. And you know, like, the times when you watch, like, you know, the first 5 minutes of a movie, like, not it's going to get better, it's really going to get better, so I should just be patient. And it doesn't get any better. If anything, it just goes from bad to worse. Okay, so enough about me ranting about, you know, new movies that are quite disappointing.